Reactive training systems.
Kenny, what would you say are some of the bigger obstacles that you guys come up against? What makes coaching like significant groups of lifters more difficult than coaching one or sometimes two in a single session?
It, yeah, it's definitely its own unique challenge. I think it can be different for a local level meet with one platform and one warm-up room and everybody's kind of in the same area versus something like you said with Collegiate National where there's 1,200 competitors spaced across 4 days, 4 platforms, 3 sessions a day. It becomes a lot to handle. And so the biggest battle for us there was probably coordination and just making sure that, okay, somebody's going to be with you. You're going to know where to go in the venue because they're huge like places. Like, okay, this is equipment check. This is don't get lost here. Please weigh in. And let's make sure that everybody gets to the platform in order. That is really helpful to have kind of a team to support people. Like often people on our club team will like step up. Like, hey, I can drive people here. I can go with them. We can all do weigh in together and make things a little bit easier. So just having extra helping hands is really helpful. But then coordinating with them can become kind of a challenge too. So it's like, okay, just making sure where everybody is where they're supposed to be is a big piece of what we battle. And for the local level, it's a little bit different. Like we'll have like one platform, usually maybe 2 platforms, and then it kind of becomes a division of roles where it's like, okay, I'm going to talk to my people in the warm-up room, train them, like help them know like, okay, here's when you should load warm-ups for our competitors. And here's how you can help them like stay sane and make sure that they're eating and drinking and getting ready and know that they've got their deadlifts on for deadlift and stuff like that. And then they'll send them to me and I'll be able to help them onto the platform. Like, wait, the bar's not loaded. Okay, now you can go out, do their lift. We'll talk about attempt selection. And then I kind of get to stay in one spot. And it cuts down on a lot of confusion of like who needs to be where by staying in one spot. So those are a couple examples of just how it's a little bit different. There's a lot more people involved, a lot more kind of handoffs. But if you can put people in different spots and all work together, then usually goes pretty smooth.
Yeah, so like a team coaching event almost. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I've even seen like a lot of other schools will have like people on their team, just typical members. They kind of come in and play a coach's role. We worked with a couple, John and I worked with a couple from, a handful of universities, especially from like Penn State or even like from like, of course, UW-Madison, where we're kind of like working with them or like working with other just general team members and asking for their help to make the process run smoothly.
Yeah, now's the time where I get to put my back in my day hat on and say that like that's just kind of how it was. That's what coaching was. It was mostly your training partners and whatnot, just helping people out. But space has professionalized quite a lot in that amount of time, which is good. If you're a powerlifter and you understand what's going on, there's still space for people. A lot of times you just need people to jump in and get their hands dirty, especially in a situation like that. Having people that can pay attention and generally know what's going on is better than just fewer people that are more overwhelmed.
Yeah, absolutely. We kind of ran into that situation a little bit the final day of the competition where we had between John and I and just the UW-Madison club, I think we had 5 or 6 people simultaneously going during the second session of the last day. So we're already exhausted. And John and I each have like a lifter that's covered. I asked a lifter of mine that I trusted to help out. And then we were supposed to have a couple other people to help out as well. But one of them, they're in college. He had finals. And so he was like, man, I'm wiped. I need to like study for my finals. Is there any way that you could have somebody else handle? So I had somebody that talked to him. I was like, do you want to do this? And he's like, yeah, man, I'd love to. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'd love to. I'd love to be involved. And so his name is Luke. He did a great job. We kind of like talked through like, all right, what do you need to know? What do you need like to know about this lifter, about the format, what the warm-up room looks like from a coach's perspective and where you need to go, what you need to do. You have to fill out these sheets, like just be aware of that. and all these sorts of things. And he did a great job. He got our lifter where he needed to be, made it through the whole meet, made smart decisions, and it was great. So it was a great example of just somebody stepping up to help out.
That's really good that you were able to talk about the rules, because sometimes there are people in the warm-up area that have no idea what's going on, and it's already pretty chaotic enough. So adding more chaos to it definitely doesn't help.
Absolutely.
Hey, let me tell you something that I know about you. Your lifting is important to you. It's probably one of your biggest priorities. And for people like us, nothing compares to the feeling that you get when you set a new PR. That feeling of being the best that you've ever been, of doing something that you've never done before. This is what we're all after, and it's also what RTS specializes in. Getting you the absolute best program possible so that you can hit new PRs and reach your goals. We call it radically individualized training, and we're really good at it. Whether we need to account for busy schedules or equipment limitations, or precisely turn the dials and get the details of the program just right, we have the tools and the experience to guide your lifting to the next level. To us, coaching is all about leadership, relationship, and creative problem solving. A coach should be poised to help you make tough decisions about training and competing so that you can continually grow in your development. And of course, a coach should be a first-rate problem solver, especially when it comes to your training, technique, and strategy. Now, all this has to be built off of a really strong, professional coaching relationship that emphasizes trust and respect. Additionally, RTS coaches are not on an island. We have a strong network of professionals to reach out to, so if you find yourself in need of some specific expertise, say in the realm of nutrition or injury management or sports psychology, there's a deep expertise available there too. For more information, go to store.reactivetrainingsystems.com and click on coaching. That's store.reactivetrainingsystems.com, then click on coaching. Hope to see you on the team soon.